We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. Now you're gonna believe us. Now you're gonna believe us. Now you're gonna believe us. We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. Now you're gonna believe us. Now you're gonna believe us. Now you're gonna believe us. We're going to Wembley. What is everyone? This is Prasanna Balakrishnan back again. This time for the match review of Middlesbrough nil, Chelsea 2. No, scratch that. Rotten Chelsea 2. If you know, you know. First, comments towards Steve Gibson. Well, how was the experience of sitting next to rotten Chelsea for 90 minutes? I saw you sitting at the stadium. Normally, when you classify something as rotten, you don't even go next to it. But fair play to you. You actually sat there and watched the full 90 minutes and didn't get up and go just because rotten Chelsea were playing. So, fair play to that. But yeah, 5th FA Cup final in 6 years, and we cannot be more happy than that. The only disappointing thing is we have won only one out of the last so many finals, and it's absolutely staggering, but I'll get to that in a minute. But before I go into this review any further, I would like all of you to hit the like button, the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to get notifications whenever I upload videos like this or go live. I earlier did an Aston Villa versus Arsenal watch along. The link is here. You can do it on playback. And obviously tomorrow I will be doing the big hero ISL final watch along between Kerala Blasters and Hyderabad FC. So do make sure to catch out that on my YouTube channel, and I will be streaming that on Facebook as well. So you can watch it on that as well. So coming into this game, Chelsea, another semi-final. We just keep on going to Wembley, do we? You can put us with all circumstances you want. You can do us with n number of stuff, but we will do our talking on the pitch. We have won 12 out of our last 13 games, and we have lost just 4 out of 49 games this season. That is an absolutely staggering record. And yeah, we have to move. We move on to bigger and better things. Hopefully, we still have 2 trophies to play for, or 3 basically. I still feel the Premier League title is way out of reach, but at least we can give it a go till the last day. And of course, we have the FA Cup, and of course, we have the Champions League. So, Chelsea went up to Middlesbrough in the FA Cup quarterfinal with a place in the FA Cup semi-final at stake. And the way we lined up, we actually went back to a back 4, given how some changes were rung around. We go to the lineups here. Chelsea lined up in the back 4. Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Antonio Rudiger, Malang Sarr playing the back 4. Loftus-Cheek getting a game. Kovacic was in the middle. Kante was on the bench. Christian Pulisic, Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech, and Lukaku make up the other players. You look at the bench, it was always a strong bench. We had Kante, we had Werner, we had Kennedy got a place on the bench, and so did Harvey Vale, and of course, our usual suspect, Kai Havertz. So the game wasn't great, so to say, but Chelsea did the job, and 2 first-half goals were very important, and that effectively done the job for us. Mendy wasn't tested really. That was partly due to some of Middlesbrough's lack of finishing, because up to the final third they did pretty decent, because we know they are no mugs. They beat Manchester United at Old Trafford and they beat Spurs. You can although they beat only Spurs, you still have to classify them as a Premier League opponent. Yeah, but they were not going to be any pushovers whatsoever, and we needed to win this game given the fact what had happened before with the ticket allocation, closed doors, all those big drama saga, and whatever you can name it. And to be fair to Middlesbrough fans, they sang till their hearts till the 90th minute. They never stopped chanting. When you look at certain points of the game, and you look at Middlesbrough fans jumping up and down, you would think they were actually winning. That is actually testament to how to stand behind the team, be it good or bad times. I'm not saying this is a bad time, but sometimes when you're losing it, your voice tends to be down, and you kind of go into kind of dejected mode. But credit to them, they were singing their whole hearts out for 90 minutes. And some positives for Chelsea. One main positive being the link up between Hakim Ziyech and Mason Mount down their right hand side. Hakim Ziyech and Mason Mount were actually having fun down the right hand side. Ziyech was finding Mount practically every single time out there whenever he got the ball on that side. And for the first one, it didn't kind of work out. It almost resulted in a goal, but second time wasn't to be denied. He put the ball on the right hand side. He made a run in, and he put a perfect ball in for Romelu Lukaku. Sorry, Tapin Kaku. Well, that's probably what you would have to call him, because he doesn't score other chances. Like one later, which was kind of like a tap in, but yeah, he couldn't score that. But I'll come back to that later. And he scored. That was 1-0 for Chelsea. And at that point, you were thinking, okay, get the second goal and kill off the game and just shut up shop and see off the game, which we exactly did. Second goal, there was some pressure from the Middlesbrough players. They were pressing high on us, and sometimes we were caught out. We were making mistakes. But few points we played out from the press, starting from the ever solid, that is Thiago Silva. How does Thiago Silva do this at the age of 37? Thiago Silva just doing Thiago Silva things, which even defenders at the age of 25, 26 dream to do. Most defenders, I'm not talking about all of them, but most of them wish they would be like Thiago Silva, putting in great performances week in, week out for your team and fighting for the top honors. And starting of him, we somehow got it out of our difficult situation. Kovacic doing Kovacic things, running through the midfield with the ball. He put it to Mason Mount, who put it wide to Hakim Ziyech. You look at where he starts, and one thing you don't do to Hakim Ziyech is show him on his left foot. Middlesbrough showed him on his left foot, and he punished him. It was a good shot. I don't think the goalkeeper had any chance. He was looking at the strike, you would say, "Oh, it's not a great shot by any say." But looking at the swerve, kind of call it took to go to the far corner. I don't think the Middlesbrough keeper had any chance, and that was basically it. And apart from that, you can't really talk about chances that Chelsea had, apart from maybe 2 or 3. The next one you see here, Lukaku being played in here, and he took it past the goalkeeper. And from this position, your first, what do you actually think first when you see this? Yes, he has scored. But no, credit to the Middlesbrough defender. He came in, he made the goal line clearance, but I still think Lukaku should have scored that one. And even this one from Timo Werner right in the second half, pretty late, probably 80th minute or so, where I thought he would have shot first time, but he took a touch and then he shot. That is probably a sign of someone who is absolutely low on confidence. But anyway, credit to Middlesbrough. They didn't die down. They played their hearts out for 90 minutes. And special mention to Jones, one of their right wing backs. He gave Isaiah Jones, hopefully I got his name correct. And he was having a great time down our right hand side. And Malang Sarr, I don't know whether he thought he was playing left wing back or left back. Because sometimes when you see him, he thinks that he is a left wing back because he bombs forward too much. Sometimes he's caught out in the back. And he was caught out a few times today, but Middlesbrough did have the shooting boots on, nor was their final pass great. So we got away with it. Mendy was not tested much. And apart from that, really nothing to say. It's like we got the job done. That is what you need to do. The performance doesn't need to be pretty as such, but as long as you get the win and you go and you qualify for the next round, that is all what you can ask from the team. And we go on to yet another semi-final at Wembley. That's our 5th semi-final in 6 years. Guess how many semi-finals we would have won in our last 5? We won all 5 of them. We won in 2017 against Spurs. We won in 2018 against Man United. We won in 20... is it 5 and 6 years? 2017, 2018. Okay, it's the 5th semi-finals, 5th in 6 years. All last 4 we won. 2020, we managed to beat Manchester United. And in 2021, last year, we managed to beat Manchester City. And this year, we would probably face the likelihood of the teams that will progress are Manchester City, Liverpool, and Crystal Palace. Everton is a tricky one. I think Crystal Palace might go through, given that they are in good form at the moment. But you never know what is going to happen. And the FA Cup draw is tomorrow. It's at 5:30 p.m. GMT, which is like 12:30 p.m. from in my part of the world in CST, which roughly translates to 11 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So we can catch the draw there, and these are the ball numbers. So one of the we are placed in the third ball. First ball, they are obviously ball numbers. So these are the ball numbers, and yeah,
Hopefully we get a good draw. But anyway, if you want to be FA Cup champions, you need to play the best teams, and doesn't matter whether you face them in the quarterfinal or the semi-final or the final, you still have to face them. And let us probably go through some stats. We did have plenty of shots. We had 11 compared to their 5. We had 4 on target. And they didn't really test Mendy. You see them, they have 0 shots on target. As I said earlier, the final ball was lacking from Middlesbrough. Else they would have if their final ball was better from the likes of Connolly, the striker on loan from Brighton, and Balogun, the striker on loan from Arsenal. I think they could have done better in the final third and given a better fight to Chelsea. But it is what it is, and we march on to yet another semi-final. And that's about it from me. If you're new to this channel, once again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to get notifications whenever I upload videos like this or go live. Catch out my Arsenal versus Arsenal watch along, which I did today morning. And for tomorrow, the big final watch along. Kerala Blasters playing Hyderabad FC in the Hero ISL final. Kerala Blasters have been to 2 finals, and one they lost out in the 90th minute against ATK in the very first season, and in 2016 again they lost to ATK on penalties. Hyderabad, this is their first ever final. They have got a fantastic rise. 2019-20 in the first season they finished 10th. Last season they finished 5th. They nearly missed out on qualification, and this season they finished 2nd. They could have finished first, but in the middle I thought they lost a bit of steam, which is why Jamshedpur caught up to them. And it's going to be a fun watch along. Make sure you tune into this channel. I will be streaming on YouTube as well as on Facebook, so you can see on any of those 2 platforms. And I'm expecting a lot of Kerala fans to probably spam the chat. You never know. There are just so many of them, and I just at least you think for their sake you might want me to win. No, I'm a Chennai FC fan. Why the hell would I want Kerala Blasters to win? I would rather Hyderabad FC win than Kerala, because if Kerala Blasters win, it's basically like if RCB wins a trophy, you would never hear the end of it. It's basically almost the end of the world. It's the same with Kerala Blasters fans. No offense to anyone, but it's just my take on it. But anyways, as I keep saying at the end of every single video, we are still in the midst of a pandemic. So stay safe and wash them hands.